Hey everyone, welcome to my home and welcome to my channel, A Ginger Can. My name is Brian and today a ginger can make Mapo Tofu, Mapo Tofu. It's a Korean dish which uses a lot of tofu. If your house is like mine, we get a lot of tofu, especially in bulk because it's cheaper that way. And then we get a lot of recipes that use like half a block. This uses an entire block. It asks for a pound. This is 14 ounces. That's close enough for me. So with the tofu, you can add a couple of different proteins, beef, chicken, pork. This odd-looking science experiment is canned chicken thigh that I did back in March of last year. So it's still good, it's still sealed. I'm going to use about 4 to 6 cloves of garlic depending on the size. This looks like 6, but it's technically 5. About half of an onion, 2 mild green peppers. The recipe says that you can substitute bell pepper instead. I don't like that. It's a little bit too different of a taste. These are mild Korean green peppers and they're pretty good. I will devein these so it gets a lot of the heat out for the boys. Ginger, some stock, chicken or vegetable works, salt, soy sauce, sesame oil, typical stuff. You want about 6 green onions, and I'm going to use what's left of my green onion kimchi, plus I chopped up some green onions and threw them in here earlier today, so they've been kind of stewing around. Now normally this is a very spicy dish, but I give it to the boys, and I don't want to clean up after that, either direction. I made this a while back using beef, and it turned out really good, even with the green onion kimchi. It had just a little bit of spice and it was just right. I did not use peppers at the time. So with that, I got some prep work to do. I'm going to chop up this onion. I'm going to chop up these peppers, devein them. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of ginger. I'm going to grate that. It says minced. I'm going to grate that. And then we'll get over to the stove and start going. These are already chopped. This stuff's good to go. I do need to cut up the tofu, but it's tofu. We don't need to cut that up. So let's get this chopped. And we're done. Look at that. Super fast. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some oil going in here. And I'm going to fry up the onion. Now the recipe wants you to fry up the garlic and ginger first. You got to be careful with that. I love garlic and I don't like bitter garlic. And when it starts to fry and get brown, it's only a matter of seconds before it starts getting bitter, especially if you keep the heat on high. So what I do is I fry up the onions first, get them a little soft with some salt. I use my garlic press and crush the garlic over the onion, stir that in real fast, and then I grate in the ginger real fast. And I give that no more than a minute or 2. Let me get the onions going, and then what we're going to do is we're going to prep the garlic, prep the ginger, and prep the peppers. Because it's going to go garlic, ginger, peppers, bam, bam, bam. Just like that. Also, since this is canned, it's already cooked. So this doesn't have to go in and cook. You can brown it a little bit near the end. So let's get this going. All right, got the onion going. Let's press the garlic real fast and get that on the side of the cutting board. And I like pressing it because it makes it smaller and it makes it a little spicier. It breaks up the oils a little bit more and the juices get flowing better. So it makes it spicier. And now we do the ginger, and like with all my other recipes, I use the whole ginger. I don't bother peeling it. And we want 2 or 3 teaspoons of this. I like a lot of ginger, plus ginger's really good for you. All right, ginger's good. And now the peppers. And we're done. Look at that. Easy peasy. Onions is going beautifully. Starting to get a little brown, a little wilted. So let me move the camera around so you can see what I'm doing here. I do have an action cam going, so we got 2 different angles. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to add the garlic. Get that stirred in. And give that a couple seconds. Now the ginger, now the peppers. Okay, I got the heat down really low because I got to chop up the chicken real fast and get that added. And whenever you're canning, always smell. If it smells funky or looks weird, toss it. Don't take the chance. You don't need to be getting sick just to save a couple of dollars. All right, now we're going to add about a cup of chicken stock, or you can use any stock. And I'm going to add the onions now. These are already chopped. It's just a matter of scooping them out with a slotted spoon. And you want about 6 to 8 good onions. So if you get a bunch from the grocery store, 1 bunch will do. Or if you grow your own and they happen to be monsters like mine are, 3 or 4 will do. And this looks pretty good already. Now, for the spicy version, what you'd want to do is, for me, it would be after the ginger. As soon as the ginger goes in, you put the red pepper flakes in. You want about a tablespoon or so, and get that real hot and real fragrant. And this is where you would add hot pepper paste, but I can't make it that spicy. Well, I can, but then I pay for it in the end. Well, I don't pay for it in the end. The boys pay for it in the end. And I end up cleaning the mess. It does have a little bit of spice to it, but it should be okay. We'll get this up to low heat. It's time to cut up the tofu. All right, this is starting to bubble again. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roughly cube this, small cubes. And I'm looking at about 1/4-inch cubes. And we just dump it in. Now while you're mixing this, you want to be really gentle. You don't want to break up the tofu too much. All right, that's it. We'll just get this heated up a little bit, and then I'll bring everything around and we'll start to plate. All right, I just took it off the stove. I got a nice, fresh, hot bowl of rice. One step I skipped, and that was on purpose, is soy sauce. You want about a tablespoon or 2, depending on the taste. And the reason I skipped that is because of the green onion kimchi. It's already salty, so I don't need that extra salt. I will add about a tablespoon of sesame oil, and I never add sesame oil on the heat unless it's fried rice, because then I fry the rice in it. Give it a good mix. This is still hot. Rice is nice and hot. Plate it up. And now for the taste test. Yeah, add a good crunchy chunk of pepper in there. I got like almost no heat out of it. Let's get the official tasters out. I need you to taste this. Tell me if it's good or not. Huh? It's a little hot. Okay. Oh, I just lost your rice. Ah.
Can I get a flavor?
Is it good? Hmm?
Did they have water?
Is it good? You like it?
I don't know.
You like it a little? And there we have it. Mapo Tofu, Mapo Dubu. It's real easy, and it's a great way to use up an entire package of tofu. So if you're in the refrigerator, you're rummaging around, and you find a package of tofu that's really close to the expiration date, knock this out real fast, and you've got a great meal. You can spice it up if you want. You can keep it mild if you want. It's really easy to do. So thank you for watching A Ginger Can. Again, my name is Brian. Please give me that thumbs up. Comment down below. Give me a subscribe if you would. That'd be awesome. If you happen to stumble across this, or if one of your friends shared this to you, which would be nice for your friends to do, consider subscribing. Thank you. I'll catch you in the next video.